Hi guys, and happy Wednesday. You're watching the Hot Seat live at Social Media Shows. I am your host, Priscilla Moy, and as always, thank you so much for tuning in and watching us and supporting us every single week. Every week here, I have some new guests that you may or may not have met from other TV shows, but they come here on my show, and they're able to tell a story of what they do, why they do it, and what keeps them motivated. I know a lot of you guys are always inspired by what you see, what you hear, and it inspires you to also be on camera like this as well. I do not only interview people in entertainment, even though Las Vegas is known for that. I also do things like politics, small businesses, chef, cuisine, all things that make Las Vegas what it is. And we also get some amazing people from outside of Las Vegas as well, which means we are doing some amazing things with our marketing reach. So if you guys are really interested in being on a show like this, please wait till the end of this episode and I will tell you what email that is to send your headshot and your bios. But as always, we have an amazing show today, so don't go anywhere. Grab your drinks, grab your lunch, and make sure to stay tuned because after the break, we're going to jump into our first guest for today. So I will see you then.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York. So his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provides.
Have you been thinking about having your own TV show and how to publish it? Social Media Shows is what you're looking for. Start your show with our network and your first month could be free. Inquire now. Email us at admin@socialmediashows.com. We accept applications from around the world.
Hi guys, and welcome back. You're watching The Hot Seat live in real time here at the Social Media Shows studio. We are the only show in Las Vegas that goes live in real time, so that makes us different from everybody else, and we love that you guys are here watching that and realize what sets us apart from everyone here in the city. So we're going to jump right into our first guest. He is a comedian, he's a host, he's big on social media, he has all things going on, and we are going to learn about that right now. So everyone, please welcome Lex LasVegas. Nice to meet you. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Please take a seat. So welcome. How are you today?
Doing great. Thanks for having me, Priscilla.
You market a lot of Las Vegas in general. All of your pages are all about Las Vegas. You do a lot of things, not only, partying, what makes Las Vegas, but you interview all things, all events, all things that are happening here in Las Vegas. Tell me where that idea came from that you want to solely focus on this amazing city.
Well, I'm originally from New York, and I came out here with a friend of mine that had a VIP services business that he had going. Mm-hmm. And through that, I really saw the best parts of Las Vegas, right? The best nightclubs, the best restaurants, the best entertainment, and the full potential of what could happen here. And from that point on, I just focused what I was doing on Las Vegas. And it has become my home, and that is what I broadcast for everybody else to enjoy.
So in New York, obviously we can hear the accent. There's a different vibe from the East Coast. Me,
Absolutely.
myself, I'm from Chicago. So when you came here, did you feel like you really felt right at home?
I definitely felt right at home because I found out that New York in many ways still ran Las Vegas in terms of the nightclubs and the actual management personnel. So many of the people that were in power positions were people that we had connections with from New York. So people always ask me, how come you've been in Las Vegas for so long but you still have your accent? Well, it's because I'm always around New Yorkers. So it's never going away.
You don't want to lose that anyway.
It's never going away.
It sets you apart.
It's it forever. Forever.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love when you're from a city and you represent that city.
Yeah.
Right. So what is it about Las Vegas, the party scene, doing what you did that brought you out here that you love so much?
Well, I think that it was just organic in my life, what was happening in my life, and that led me to that. But to answer your question best, I would say that I really realized that answer during the pandemic, during the shutdown, when everything in Las Vegas was completely closed. And everything that had been happening organically, all of the tourism that was connected to people I knew, all the weddings and bachelor parties and groups that we were just a part of over the years, just naturally, all was gone. And that energy, the void of spending that time with people, the camaraderie, the creating of memories, having people say, best time I ever had in my life, like those were things that we didn't even appreciate until they were gone. And now it was just a thing where we have to recreate that. And we would start recreating it. We're having small underground shows, speakeasy style during the pandemic. And that's why I fell in love with comedy, because that was the expression in those moments of the craziness that's going on around us. Whether you agree with the right or the left side, or you're in the middle, or you're unsure, you can find the humor in some of the things that we deal with every day, and it's also a great coping mechanism.
Right. So when people think of places to go on vacation, you know, they go to party cities, Miami, Ibiza, they go on cruises, they do all these things. But why do you feel, because you're representing Vegas, that we should maintain, you know, being the top spot for people to come and visit?
Well, I've been to both of those places. I partied in Ibiza, and I partied in Miami many times. And for me, Vegas is the best because it incorporates so many elements in such a concentrated package, right? All these other places, they have a different vibe. And it's not until you go and you experience vibes places that you really understand that you can create a Vegas environment somewhere else. But it's not Vegas until it has the Vegas energy. The energy makes it.
Yeah. Where is your favorite place to go? If someone were to ask you, okay, give me your top spot.
People always ask me this.
Right.
My favorite club, my favorite hotel. What are you asking exactly?
If you had, someone just said they didn't know, right, to decipher. Okay, let's just say I'm not from here. They just say, hey, I got one night. Where am I going?
Okay, I get asked this question all the time because I create experiences for people. And I always build it out custom. So if you were to ask me that, where would you go? I would say, who are you going to be with? What is on your agenda? Because you, with your significant other, is going to be a different plan than I would put together if it was you and on a bachelorette party or you with your family. So first I would get like the specifics of what you got going, and then I would build that around that because I know how to have the best time in each of those scenarios. It's a different hotel and a different experience for every trip. So that's the beauty of Vegas because it really can fit anything.
Mm-hmm. So now moving to comedy, how long have you been a stand-up comedian?
Almost 2 years now.
Okay. And what about comedy really speaks to you apart from bringing people together? I'm sure there's another passion that you have in there.
The creativity of it.
Okay.
You know, because basically every single person every day deals with funny situations in relatable life, right? But to be able to take that, shape it into something that we can all enjoy and laugh at, that's where the skill comes. And then also to be able to deliver that in a digestible way that everybody actually reacts to in the desired way, you know, rolling on the floor laughing, right? That's the skill. And to be able to do that and share that with people, I enjoy it so much. I think because of the therapeutic factor on both ends, right? We all deal with nonsense every single day. It's unavoidable. And we all have to cope with it. So laughing is a way to do that. And it's therapeutic for me to help others, and it's therapeutic for them to laugh.
Right. Have you had any writing experience prior to doing stand-up?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. I was always into music. I wrote a lot of music. I was in New York during the hip-hop explosion in the 90s. So I'm very much a writer of music and rhymes, and I can freestyle, and as well as just being a wordsmith in general. So I love writing. I love creating, and all of these elements come together in comedy because there's so many forms of comedy, right? You have script writing, you have movies, you have TV, you have stand-up, you have Saturday Night Live style sketches. So, I mean, I love it all.
So I noticed I watched some of your stuff online and doing my research, and I know you have roasted a lot of, people that are coming to watch the show. How do you know where to draw that line? Being roasting for fun, for comedy, because obviously there's a crowd of people, and you're singling someone out. And how do you know what that line is?
I think that's what makes it so exciting. Mm-hmm. Because there really is no exact answer to knowing where the line is other than feeling it out. Mm-hmm. And the audience gets to enjoy watching you feel it out. Because it's true that you might go over the line and somebody might say, hey, I don't like that. But that's where the creation of comedy comes, where you can find a way to take somebody who maybe you offended for a moment, roll it back and make them laugh, right? To take something that maybe is borderline and still make it humorous. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what makes it exciting. And my favorite comedians in Vegas, they walk that line all the way to the edge. And seeing if they're going to go over the edge is part of what makes it so exciting.
And who are you inspired by? From a list of all the people that are huge in comedy, right? They got specials everywhere on these streaming channels and they go on tours. Who really stands out to you?
Some of the old school guys, Eddie Murphy, old school. One of his things that really inspired me was his role in Beverly Hills Cop, that character, the concept of using your mouth and using your verbal game to open doors that are closed initially, right? So, no, you can't come in here. Well, actually, and you talk your way into it. Mm-hmm. I love that. And then I also love all types of sketch comedy. So the Saturday Night Live guys from Rob Schneider, Eddie Murphy, Mike Myers, all those guys. I love all that creation of sketch comedy, as well as Dave Chappelle and what he was doing with the Chappelle Show, as well as with his stand-up. So, to me, and I can't leave out Adam Sandler, what he's done with all the movies. Love that guy. So, all of that, there's so many forms of comedy that, and they all do multiple forms of it. So, those guys have all inspired me greatly.
So what kind of mark do you want to leave on the comic world? I'm assuming you want this to go pretty long. You want to make your mark and your place in the world of comedy. And what is that for you?
Well, I think that comedy is going to be part of life until life is over for me, because comedy is incorporated with life. And it's one of those things where my goal would be to keep growing as a comedian, growing my comedy, and trying to help people through the creation of enjoyable events and also, therapeutic comedy that's relatable. So we talk about things that maybe some people aren't always comfortable with, that they go through in their real life. And they need somebody to tell a story about how they dealt with it, or that you're not alone, and these are the elements of comedy that I've seen from all these guys that we've mentioned. So eventually I would love to be in a situation where I can do like some kind of an Adam Sandler thing where we create movies and so many creative people would be together involved in that concept, and it would be also geared towards some kind of therapeutic benefit for just people in general, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't even want to focus on one group. Because when it comes to stress and nonsense in life, we all deal with it. It doesn't matter your religion, your sexual orientation, your pronouns. We all deal with nonsense, right? So if we can all have a good time and cope with it and get some therapy out of it, that's the goal.
Have you toured? I mean, apart from doing Las Vegas stuff, have you gone to other cities?
I haven't been on tour yet. I have done some comedy outside of Vegas. Okay. But I have so much going on here in Vegas, and Vegas is such a hub of everything going on that, I haven't really even gotten the chance or even tried to venture out so much. But I am going on November 11th to Minnesota. We have a fight group out there that we work hand in hand with called the Ignite Fight Group, and they're putting together a big MMA event that I'll be doing social media and color commentary and comedy around and involved with that. So, like I said, it's not just one avenue. It's also branches out into other arts, music, MMA, and other things like that.
Yeah, the reason why I asked is mostly because I would love to get your perspective on how you handle switching audiences. Because like Vegas has such a different culture and vibe with people, even if all their audience are locals. But if you go somewhere like Utah, or you go to Iowa, or you go to Kentucky, some jokes like you can and can't. How do you deal with that as a performer?
I think that when I was first in Vegas doing the VIP thing, I really learned how to do that, because even though I was always in Vegas, the people that I was dealing with were always changing. So it was a group from Minnesota, it was a group from Utah, it was a group from here. So I learned how to relate to everybody and what everybody relates to on a baseline. So it's the same thing whether they're coming here or I'm going there. I'm going to talk about things they can relate to. I know the area. I learned how to know from where you're from, what teams you like, what the culture is, just from hosting them here. So I would do the same kind of thing anywhere that I went and relate to what they got going on with relatable things that we could all relate to.
Right. So Las Vegas, you love it. You know, all of us clearly are finding great things about it. But outside of here, there's always a stigma about Las Vegas, that there are limited things. Yes, there's partying. Yes, there's alcohol. There's a lot more freer, way of living and being out here. What is it to you that you love and your hope for the city now that it's growing?
Well, I think that the creation of sports teams has really helped change the stigma. Give it up to the Golden Knights and the Las Vegas Aces for bringing us some championships. And that creates a family-friendly environment, right? Because the truth is that as adults, we like to do adult things, but we have families. So that was an idea that was created back with the Excalibur and Circus to kind of include families in it. But it kind of didn't work because you don't really want to gamble with your family as much as you could go to a sporting event and enjoy that. So it adds another element into Vegas to broaden it out from just being a party place for single people to make it a place where you could have a family and you like to play poker, but you take your family to the Knights game or to see the Raiders, right? Or to see the Aces or to UNLV game. So we have so many things to do besides just adult things now, that the best thing for Vegas is moving more away from only singles to just everybody.
Yeah, no, with your business, not only comedy, I mean, you do host a show called Vegas Live. You do go around to events and you showcase.
Which is tomorrow.
Tomorrow. And you
tomorrow
showcase.
At Siva's.
Oh, perfect. And you showcase all of the events that are happening, whether it be sports, whether it be, a concert, whether it be something new, updating people on what's happening now in the city. You can go on the street and do so. What is your goal and your contribution that you want to see for Las Vegas and what you want to be a part of in that growth?
I just think that showing the world the beauty of Vegas as a hub for entertainment is part of that. So that's why I started the series, The Spotlight, with Lex LasVegas, because we have so many talented people that come here from out of town and they're on comedy shows that I run and I host, like Trouble in Vegas Live tomorrow at Siva's, 4850 West Flamingo Street, 8 o'clock. See you there, right? And it's all about being able to showcase these people in a way that other people can see them and we can share each other's followers and grow and use our energy to touch people's lives. Because that's another rewarding thing about comedy. You have people that come up to you after the show and they'll say, it's been a horrible week. XYZ has happened to me and I didn't know how to deal with it. I really needed a laugh. Thank you for helping me with that. And you're like, follow me, because we need this every day. We all go through nonsense every single day. We all need an escape. And if you can just laugh and escape the nonsense so you can cope with it for a few minutes, we're doing the right job.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal for all of us as entertainers, right? You want to make sure that it's about the people that are watching and you're kind of contributing to their day and their life and their emotions, right? It's art in real life. So you mentioned earlier that you're having a show tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
Tonight. And is this a residency?
This is the show that I host and produce with a friend of mine, Tres Mala, and it's at a location on Fremont Street. It's 1322 East Fremont Street in front of the Las Vegas Hostel. The location is called Mexican Tacos and Wings. We do a show there every Wednesday at 10 p.m. The show time is 10:30, and it's a showcase of local and out-of-town talent focused around one spotlighted headliner. So tonight is actually a special night because we have two headliners. We have Liliana Cervantes from Los Angeles out here as a headliner, and also one of our local favorites, Chris Shaw, who's celebrating his birthday tonight. So we have a double headliner birthday party celebration with all these comics that are coming also, because right now is the Laugh After Dark Festival, which I'm still wearing my lanyard right now because this is how much I'm in the comedy game. It just doesn't stop.
Yeah, I saw the. I was like, he's hiding something. I thought he's got a chain.
Yeah, I got the lanyard. I got the shirt.
Really,
respectfully, the gear. Yeah. So we're doing it on all levels. We got our show tonight. We got our show tomorrow. There's all kinds of shows this weekend. We're doing it.
That's amazing. Now, and can anyone go, or is this a ticketed event? Like how?
The show tonight, as well as the show tomorrow at Siva's, they are both free shows that you can come to if you follow me at Lex LasVegas, LEX LasVegas, all one word. You can follow every flyer that I put out, stories, content every day, and you'll be able to see where to come and where we have our stuff going on.
And you have other handles as well, and you're also on Facebook and YouTube.
Absolutely.
Correct? And if you could tell the viewers what those are, because I know you want to put your avenues in different places and stuff.
So on Facebook, Lex LasVegas, but also on Instagram, Lex LasVegas as well. But also I have Lex LasVegas Comedy, The Spotlight with Lex LasVegas. On YouTube, it's Lex LasVegas Comedy, like you see here on the shirt. Lex LasVegas Comedy.
Respectfully.
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 Because these days you can just say anything, right?
Right.
I even saw it on a billboard. They had, like, the sunglasses on your head. It said, big pair of sunglasses, and it said, we want to sit on your face. And underneath it said,
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Respectfully. It makes it better. It makes it okay.
It makes it so that could be out for the whole world to see. So that's where I came up with it just because I live in everyday real life, and I like to take what happens to me and around me and relate it to others because that's what we all do, right? So that's what's understandable. Like, there's so many comedians that have a set and they just go out and they repeat the same set over and over again, and it's like, while that is good for certain ways, people that haven't seen you yet. If you're going to do weekly shows like we do all the time, it has to be spicy. It has to be current. Yeah. We have to talk about what's going on this week. Whatever is in the news, we're going to make jokes about it this week.
You got to be ahead of the game, you know.
Well, it's creative.
Everyone's talking about the pandemic. They've been talking about it for like 3 years now. Now, ever since, a lot of comedians have their specials. Oh, it's always about the pandemic. But then the thing about it is, and you pointed out, was people want to get tickets to the show. They see their own special on Netflix or Hulu, wherever. I'm like, he's so funny, I want to see him live. They go to the live show, and I hear a lot of people saying it was the exact same thing they saw on, which is fine. I mean, I'm sure it was hilarious because it got them to go. But you want to make sure you're there for the people, too, When you
get to that point, a lot of times, it's like going to like a Guns N' Roses concert, and you want to hear the hits.
Yeah.
Because the hits are so popular, that's what you're going to hear. And that's the difference between going to see like a Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock versus going to see somebody locally.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want to hear the same set over and over again. Plus, so much of the comedy that I enjoy is the improv and in the moment. Guys who roast people in the crowd and create in the moment comedy. And whenever I connect with audiences like that, those are the people that really express how much they enjoy it after the show. They buy shorts. They hug you, they take photos, they keep in touch with you, they want to know when you have your next show because you connect with them in a way that's custom. The same way that I was telling you that I would have customized your vacation in Vegas. Right. People love custom.
Yeah. Tony Baker right now, he's my favorite comedian out there. I think he does that a lot. He shows a lot of clips from his shows. Every city he goes to, he's just like, give me a topic. I give him a topic, and it just shows how quick he is. Because the audience, no matter what comes out of this man's mouth, like he's
just creating comedy.
Or he'll just be like, you right here, give me something. Say something, say a word, and then they'll say pickle, and then he'll come up with some crazy thing. And the whole room is his. Like, he's got the palm of his hand. I think that's amazing.
And there's no difference between that and when we're in New York and we were rapping and we were freestyling and we would say the same thing. Give me a word. And somebody throw a word out and you freestyle a whole bunch, throwing words at you. Because what you're trying to show is that this is not rehearsed.
Right.
This is something that you're able to create in the moment. And that's something that's sexy, that we can enjoy.
Yeah, it shows your talent, really.
Yes.
And your passion for it and why you're there.
Mm-hmm.
When I feel like as an entertainer myself, if you do the same thing over and over because it has worked before, eventually people will be like, they expect it. And you don't want to be expected. That's the way you stand out. And I feel for you, Las Vegas is the perfect city for you. Everything that's coming out of your mouth, I'm like, it makes so much sense why he's here and how he is what he is. Even though he's a New Yorker at heart and forever, everything about you is giving Vegas.
And that's the beautiful thing about Vegas. So many people transplant here from other places once they find themselves in what they can do, and they just come here and they take it to the next level.
Yes. So there's one more question I'm going to ask. I ask all of my guests this because it really sums up them as a whole, everything they've talked about, and it's always summed up in like one sentence. And that question is there a philosophy that you live by?
Yeah, actually, there is a philosophy. It's actually a quote from Plato that I like to live by. And it says, you can find out more about a person in an hour of play than a year of conversation. And I love that.
There you go.
Because I feel like so many times in Vegas, I would have a group that I was hosting, friends of friends, and I would meet somebody and, you know, they would be a big executive or something crazy, right? But we wouldn't even talk about that. Let's as two people in the moment, we have fun doing what we're doing, sports, watching fights, partying, whatever we're doing in the moment, having fun, right? And you get to know that person for real. And then you end up later on, somebody's like, oh, I worked with that person for 10 years. Oh, they like that? I didn't even know they like that. Because you could work with somebody for 10 years straight and just talk about, oh, how are you? How was your weekend? Great, good, XYZ, and not really know the person as deep as I could know the person in a weekend or a night of Vegas, because this is the playground. And we're getting all the way to it. We're going to see you in rare form, probably going to drink and do things that you probably don't normally do.
Right.
And the way you handle yourself within that, that's the real you.
Yeah, and you did describe it. You love just meeting people and talking to people, and so that quote really makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious every time.
Hell yeah.
Last question, and whatever you say.
No, it's a fantastic question.
It's hilarious, because I'm just like, he just said it. It just shows how genuine you are, though. I love asking, because I want to see if everything you're saying, you know, it's Vegas.
If it lines up.
And entertainment, you know, everyone's trying to be somebody.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about my style as Lex LasVegas. Like, people are like, oh, you're Lex LasVegas on stage. Like, no, I live my life as Lex LasVegas. And I was Lex LasVegas before I started doing comedy. That was just the way that I could let New Yorkers know and other people outside eventually know, like, I'm your guy when you come here. So,
that's why you have Las Vegas in your name. He is Las Vegas. I mean, everything. You see how he's sitting, how he's just like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, hey, let's go out. Like, that is Las Vegas.
Hell
Are
yeah.
you still doing VIP hosting now? Or are you
I do VIP hosting.
Okay.
Yeah, I have some exclusive people, VIP high end that I do with. I don't do it as much, just open to everybody anymore, but just, you know, for a select few.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I want to hit him up, ask him a club question. I'm pretty sure he can answer that. I'm pretty sure he's been to all of them.
Yep.
And can tell you which sets he loved the most, DJ wise. And yeah, I should hit you up if I need.
Hit me up. Anything you need, we got it. We out here.
I'm trying to meet Steve Aoki at one point. I'm sure you've seen him.
Yo! Oh my God!
You
want to hear Steve Aoki story?
Yes, I actually was going to ask you.
Oh my God! So
there you go.
The first time I went to Steve Aoki at the Wet Republic.
Oh, okay.
Right, I had heard how much of a wild dude this guy was and everything, but I was not prepared for it. Like I love to party. I love raves. I've seen so much crazy stuff, but like not the way he did it. He did it in his own unique way. So he had the whole crowd all crazy in front of the DJ booth going crazy, and he had an inflatable raft, right? That he would have people come up and jump on the raft and literally crowd surf through the crowd in the raft. So I was like, this is crazy. Everybody's dedicated. And then I wasn't ready for this one. Have you heard about how he cakes people?
Yes, I see it. Yep.
So he took out this giant sheet cake. I would say it's probably like about this wide, by like about that. You know, it's like that, right? And he takes it and he holds it like a waiter would hold a tray, right? And he holds back and he's like, "Who wants to get cake?" And everybody's like, "Me!" Yeah. And he takes this cake and he straight launches it straight into the crowd like a shot put. Like he's been doing this forever. And it goes completely just right on somebody, just all over their face, and they're eating it and sucking it off each other's fingers. It's the most wild Vegas shit that you could do while it's still being legal and not something that people can get arrested for.
It's also acceptable.
Right?
Like, it's just Steve.
Yeah, no,
King of partying. Like, I know his house probably, he's got a trampoline randomly, like, built in the house.
How could you not have fun in an environment like that?
I know, that's what I mean.
How could you not enjoy that?
And I know he has, like, boat parties. He gets all these people,
He's a wild dude.
He's wild, and I think that would be hilarious just to, like, watch him in action, just observing, and if he's around his friends and in an environment that he's hosting, like I feel like that would be hilarious.
Well, the thing
dying to meet Steve Aoki.
The thing about Steve Aoki that you can tell without even knowing him is that he is enjoying himself in the moment with everything he does. And that's kind of what I do too, because if you're not having fun, if you don't like hanging out with you, why would anybody else? Right? So it's like when you're hanging out at the highest level, you just got to trust your instincts. Yeah. And what's funny to you, what's fun to you, like, share it.
Yeah, and he makes good music too. I enjoy him a lot. I'm a fan of his. So.
Shout out to Steve Aoki.
Yeah, I know. So if you got any me to shake Steve Aoki's hand or get him on the hot seat,
no, we'll talk off camera. We got to talk. We got to talk. We got you off camera.
See, I mean, Mr. Las Vegas,
we can't share all the secrets on camera, but off camera we talk about it.
He's your Vegas dude, obviously. All right, well that was Lex Las Vegas. You can. LLV, you can, forget him. The
LLV.
Style, everything like that. From New York. But that's Lex Las Vegas. Please follow him. Please hit him up if you have any questions, want to go see any of his comedy, feel his energy in real life. It's New York. It's East Coast in a person, but also Vegas in a person. He's an interesting guy. It's great. It's fantastic. We love people like him on the hot seat, so make sure you don't go anywhere. Look him up right now. Share his episode. Share his interview. Hit him up. Give him all the fans, give him all the marketing you can. He's here for you guys. He loves you. He loves you guys. He supports you and all of those things. So, applause for Lex Las Vegas, everybody. And then when we come back, I'm still here. I got nowhere to be except on your screen. So, make sure to don't go anywhere.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Hi, I'm Deacon T with Modern Word Ministries. It's great to be with you today. Just a short little promo for our show. Every Sunday morning we have service, and you can follow us at 10 a.m. Pacific Time on modernwordministries.org. And if you missed us or you want to see some of our older messages, go ahead and check us out on socialmediashows.com every single morning at 9 a.m. It's a great way to kick off your day, get a little bit of the word in you, get something uplifting, get you started off on your way. If you're looking for prayer or you need some help, reach out to us. If you go to our website, again, that's modernwordministries.org, you can interact with me via telephone, via DM, text message, whatever you want. I'll get right back to you. So if you need prayer, you need help, you just need somebody to talk to, Modern Word Ministries is here for you. We are your church in the community. So until you see you next time, be blessed, everybody. Bye-bye.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Hot Seat. We are live in real time here at Social Media Shows. I hope you really enjoyed my interview today with Lex Las Vegas. Again, hit him up for anything Las Vegas. I'm pretty sure he's going to be in the know of any events, any cool things going on, and can lead you the right direction. So like I said earlier today, if you guys ever want to be a guest on the show, or if you would like to sponsor any of the shows, I know there's way more than just mine, but there's like 15 going on here at the Social Media Shows Network. If you want to be on any of those or sponsor any of those, there's a golden email that you guys would want to write down right now, and that is admin@socialmediashows.com. That email is going to be everything that you need to get in touch with production to be able to answer any questions, any of your inquiries. That will be where you want to go. We are open for any new guests, any networking, anything that you're passionate about, that you're doing, that you would like to talk about here on the show. And like I said, it does not have to be entertainment or film or music. It can be anything that you're doing. Starting a local business, a restaurant, nonprofit organizations, any of those things. I love welcoming you to the show and getting to know you and just kind of getting you out there to everyone here that watches and can maybe be of aid to you. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are inspired by everyone here that comes in the studio and tells their story. So don't go anywhere. Don't leave the hot seat ever, because we're going to be live every Wednesday at 3 p.m. and you never want to miss out on any of those shows. So make sure to send your emails to admin@socialmediashows.com and like and comment and share the videos that you love most from this network, because every little helps. So once again, I am Priscilla Moy, and thank you so much for watching The Hot Seat, and I will see you next week.